Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your intuitive read with me, Age of Aquarius Tarot. Just as a heads up, the way that I work is I pull 3 majors at the start of the reading, which gives me an overarching energy or messages that you should be paying attention to for the time period ahead, since this is a monthly reading for September, of course. And then we follow that up with a traditional 9-card spread. So first up we have the Devil. The Empress, and the Sun. Okay. The Devil to me is a card of free will, so right there with the Empress and the Sun, I would say that perhaps I'm being guided to say, are you making the best choices for yourself to bring about the kind of like circumstances that you want, or the things that you want. For others of you, the Devil, like in the traditional reading, is like a toxic energy, so I feel like for those of you Aquarius that feel like there's something that's kind of like blocking your ability to create and also kind of like having stability in your life, that's probably going to be shifting for the month of September. So far it's quite straightforward with the majors. People have been getting all kinds of signs today, but yours is quite straightforward, and I'm very happy to see the 3 that you have there. So we'll get into your 9-card spread, but of course we'll refer to those throughout the reading. Okay, the Chariot just fallen out, but I do choose my cards. And I always feel like if a card wants to come out, it will find a way to come out. Okay Aquarius, so we'll go row by row and then we'll pick some clarifiers a little bit later on in the reading. We'll just get these straightened out nicely so that you can see the cards when I gesture to them. Okay. In your top row you have the 5 of Cups, Strength, and the 7 of Swords. The 5 of Cups speaks to me as like a sadness that you just feel that you really need to like allow yourself time to process. It's like if there's like a sadness and you keep keeping it at bay, maybe you just like, I always say that the best way out of something is through, so just let yourself feel it. But for those of you that have been stuck in like this energy of like, it kind of might seem like nothing's going right and you've had like a lot of circumstances that for whatever reason haven't gone your way, you're being guided now to kind of like have some strength. For some of you this can mean like you're just going to get that like boost of strength from somewhere for the month of September, but I really feel like this is coming from within you, and the reason that I say that is because next to that we have the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords to me as a card speaks of like realizing whatever it is you need to do to make something happen, and like kind of taking it in your own hands. Which I definitely feel like with the Empress, that would make sense. And like with these cards here, which I'll explain a little bit more, is like the sun's finally shining, and it's all thanks to things that you've been doing with this Empress card. So yeah, with this Devil energy, I feel like it's just negative thoughts that have a hold of you, but they will be loosening their grip on you, Aquarius, through the month of September. This is overall a very good reading. The only cards here that I might interpret as like a challenge is, yeah, so just like getting over something or perhaps someone with this 9 of Swords. The Nine of Swords to me is a card that speaks about certain like coming out the other side of something, right, that was difficult, but it's like the after effects of it are still with you, and maybe it's like you're not sure what to do to get those kind of things to like leave you alone, to get those kind of like nightmares to leave you alone. I would say, Aquarius, that it's like, look, the sun's coming into shine for the month of September, and overall, like, the message that I want to give is I feel like you're being very distracted with good things that kind of help rest your mind. There's a lot of good messages here. Specifically with the center card, it's like the Queen of Pentacles. It's a stable energy, it's a nurturing energy, it's comfort in the everyday, it's perhaps like material blessings, abundance in terms of money. Especially with the Nine of Pentacles, it's like seeing things return, right? It's like the maiden walking through the lush, abundant garden. Temperance speaks to me of patience, and here I feel like with this Nine of Swords over you and the Five of Cups and the Devil, it's like some of you have been really patient with whatever this is about. The patience here is it's like it's a kind of patience that takes like an extraordinary amount of will to just keep going in a way that because it's above the Knight of Pentacles, that's very slow moving energy. It's like, for those of you, Aquarius, that it's like you've believed that if you just keep going, the good things will come. Well, now they're coming in September, and there's a lot of them. The Empress is like here, look, it's like, it's total abundance, right? It's total abundance. And it's also, Temperance is the angel of peace. So for those of you that have had kind of like maybe a lot on your mind, you've been very mentally stressed or mentally taxed, look, you're moving into a place of stability. And you're really enjoying yourself with the Sun, with the Nine of Pentacles. And, you know, I can see why. The energy overall in your bottom row with the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Swords, it's like finally stepping into your own kind of like belief that it's like, no, I've got this, I do have the energy. It's like your energy is on point, I feel like saying. It's like you're finally leaving this energy behind, or perhaps someone or something comes in that's been like a long time coming, which completely like distracts you from whatever sadness this is. For some of you, I feel like saying like this is a grief or a loss of losing someone. For some of you, this might be like someone that's like actually lost, like in the sense of passed on, right? And it's like with that Strength card there and the Sun, it's like, look, the sun can shine again. You're being guided to live your life after a period of waiting for things to stabilize. You're being guided to, I almost feel like saying be yourself, but I mean it in a way of like, look, you know there's things you enjoy, you know there's things that you want to pursue with this Queen of Wands. And I think it's, whatever is coming is like, it's a wonderful distraction to your pain, perhaps, or towards any kind of discomfort that you've been holding on to in the past, or it seemed like you couldn't shed. Well, you're shedding it now for the month of September. I'll get some kind of advice cards for the Rose, because I feel like the message is still quite general. I feel like you have a lot of good things going on for the month of September, Aquarius. Okay. The Hangman. Two of Pentacles. Quite a lot of pentacles here, quite a lot of abundance. I sense quite a lot of happiness here as well coming your way. So this might just be like you've had a lot going on and you just want like some kind of reprieve to be happy, and that's definitely coming, Aquarius, for the month of September. Yeah, something that you've really been waiting for. For some of you, I almost feel like saying it's like you've been waiting for things, but the things that are coming are gonna even surprise you. Yeah, okay, and I want to your central spread, yeah, I just feel that you're moving on to other things. I feel like it's like a leaving sorrow behind, leaving difficult circumstances behind with this Eight of Cups. And I feel like there's some kind of like an action coming to shake up your life. The Knight of Swords, maybe for some of you, it's like when are things finally going to get better? You've been wondering about that, and I really feel like it's the month of September. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. So again, with the central spread, it's like I almost feel like saying it's like you're saying enough is enough. Like, I'm going to seek whatever it is that makes me happy. I want to start living my life. Yeah, it's some kind of a weight that's been put off. Maybe it's like there's some kind of unresolved emotional stuff that you've been going through, Aquarius, and now it's like it's finally with this Seven of Pentacles here and this Nine of Pentacles, it's like it's coming into fruition for the month of September. And Temperance, yeah, it's like seeing your like positive thought pay off. The Two of Pentacles speaks about some kind of a harmony. It also speaks about like being able to balance things. So maybe it's like you felt very out of balance with some kind of particular situation. It can also be to do with some kind of a person. The Hangman here speaks about some kind of an illumination, gaining some kind of informational clarity. Informational clarity that I almost want to say breaks you out of this cycle of waiting. It's like you're finally, yeah, with this Ace of Swords and the Lovers, it's like you're finally ready to break the cycle. I almost feel like saying, again, so many signs have been getting the Ace of Swords, it's like cutting yourself free. It's you're formulating a plan, or you have a plan in place where you're realizing whatever it is that you need to do. And with the Hanged Man, it's like I almost feel like saying that some of you are waiting for some kind of a sign as to whether the patience was worth it, and I feel like saying yes. Yes, it is. Not even feel like saying, I am saying yes, it is. Overall, with the Lovers and the Ace of Swords here, I feel like maybe this is kind of like a... I feel like maybe with this Five of Cups in this row, it's like I wish things could have worked themselves out. But it's like they just... I almost feel like saying they just can't. Or not right now. If this is a situation, Aquarius, that you have with a specific person, I'm being guided to say that for September, it's a month that you should really, really, really be prioritizing yourself, your mental health, your comfort, your strength. And that's putting you in Empress mode, complete abundance. Again, with this Queen of Wands, it's like that kind of like spark and an initiative that you're being drawn to follow away from the kind of sadness that's been holding you back. Yeah, and with this Eight of Cups, I feel like it's like moving on to completely new things. I don't even feel like it's coming back to fix a situation and staying within a situation. It's like whatever has ended with this Nine of Swords, it's like you've done your time in terms of like getting over it, and I feel like now it's time to be whoever it is that you want to be. And I feel like maybe you're being guided towards things that aren't like typical of you, and towards things that aren't things that you would normally do, but it's like it's bringing you a lot of fulfillment. So whatever it is that's bringing you fulfillment, Aquarius, follow it. Just really follow it. It's quite simple reading this one. Yeah, so if I have to summarize the month of September for you, there's a lot of good things coming after, like, because you've done the work of like emotionally getting over something, or perhaps like dealing with some kind of an emotional setback. For some of you, I feel like this is recovery from a breakup, losing someone, or having someone pass on. For others of you, if you're kind of looking for a confirmation about work, things at work are going very well for you. You're at a very stable place with this Queen of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles. And perhaps the Nine of Swords here is speaking towards anxieties that aren't actually there. So if you've had some kind of like reservations about work and some kind of like uncertainties that seemingly come from nowhere, I would just say don't dwell on it, really. What's important is the work that you put in with this Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race, and sometimes you've got to wait for things to come back to you, but whatever it is that you've been waiting for, Aquarius, it's definitely coming in September. Yeah, I feel very inclined to leave it there. I feel like I've given the messages that I need to give. I hope that's given some of you clarity. Thank you so much for watching, Aquarius. Please leave me any feedback in the comments, and best of luck to you for September.